Hello students, today we are going to start a new topic, that is subject verb agreement. So what is a subject? Subject is a noun about which we are talking and verb is the action that is happening. Now we'll see the first rule. Subject and verbs must agree. Like a singular subject needs a singular verb and a plural subject needs a plural verb. So if there is only one person in a sentence, then the verb will also be singular. And if there are more people in a sentence, then the verb will be plural. So now singular verb is identified with the s ending in the verb, and plural verb doesn't need s in the ending. Let's see with an example. Singular, the person waits. So wait is a verb, but singular is a person, so there is s in the end of the wait. And similarly in plural, the people wait. Because people are plural, so there will be no s in the ending. So, if you see an example here, a good student knows the value of communication skills. Now, student is singular and verb is also singular because know is a plural one, and if there is s in the ending of the verb, it becomes singular. Now, see here, student knows. Here, student knows because no s is there in the ending on the noun often indicates that it is singular. If there is no s in the ending of a noun, it is singular. And if there is s on the verb, it indicates that the verb is singular when there is s in the ending. Hence, student with no s and knows with s. Now you see this example. Good students knows the value of communication skills. This is wrong. Why this is wrong? Because students is a plural and knows, we know if there is ending with the s of a verb, it becomes a singular one. So this is a singular verb. Now you see here, s in the ending of the noun indicates that it is plural, and s in the ending on a verb indicates that it is singular. Hence, this is subject verb disagreement. Here the subject doesn't agree with the verb. Now you see the common rules. With I, it is a singular verb. I is one person. Therefore, there will be no s in the ending of a verb. You is a plural verb. So, there will be no s in the ending. He, she, it are singular verbs. So, there will be s in the ending. Now we is a plural verb, there will be no s. You is a plural verb, there will be no s. They will be plural verb, it will be no s. Okay, so he, she, it is a singular verb with s over there, and I singular verb, but there will be no s. Okay, next is agreement with compound subjects when there are two things, like when the subject is made up of two or more nouns connected by and is important. Use a plural verb, like she and her friends are, for example, sitting. So here are two subjects over here, she and her, and if a sentence is connected with and, it implies there are two, means they are plural. Hence the verb will also become plural, so it will be are. Now if you see the next one, when the subject is made up of two or more singular nouns connected by or, it is a singular verb that is used. See, the book or the pen is lying on the table, for example. Book is a singular, pen is a singular. Therefore, it is a singular verb because or implies one or the other. Or का meaning क्या होता है? That either one book or the pen. So there is only one subject in the sentence. So it will be singular verb. Now again comes a question. When the subject is made of singular and plural nouns connected by or, the verb should be agree with the part of the subject that is closer to it. Now look carefully. The president or his assistants run. Okay, now you see. Though the president or his assistants, president is singular, assistants is plural, the verb over here is a plural verb. Why? Because assistants is more closer to the verb, the run. Therefore, it is run. And precedent is singular, hence it is not considered. And or it is connected with or. So, either of the one. But since assistance is plural, therefore the verb is also plural. Verb agrees with the closest part of the subject. Now, see the next sentence. His assistance or the precedent runs. Now assistance being plural, it is far away from runs. Precedent being singular is closer to the verb, that is runs. Therefore precedent being singular has taken the singular form of the verb. Why? Because it is connected by or. Okay. Now the next is phrases that confuses things. So till now we have seen the objects, now we will see the phrases. So don't be misled by phrases that come between the subject and the verb. You just have to focus on the subject, that what is the number of the subject. Like one of the boxes is. Now don't see boxes. You see one. It is written, clearly it is written there that only one is there, is the one box. So what will be the verb? It will also be singular. It will be is. The people who read that report are. So we know people. Okay, they are plural. It will be are. Similarly goes for the team lead. Lead is only one. We don't see developers. Therefore, on the basis of lead, it is. Manual is one, though it has many chapters. Therefore, is. And women, we all know, is singular. Now, what is singular? What is plural? So, what are the things that are always singular? Each one, either, neither, everyone, anyone, someone, no one, everybody, anybody, nobody. If these words are used in a sentence, then they will always be a singular verb. Even though the following nouns end with S, they are singular, like civics, mathematics, dollars, news. Even there is S, means subject. If there is S, we say it is plural. So in these cases, like civics, mathematics, dollars, news, even though they are what? They are having S in the end, that doesn't make them plural. They are singular and will take the singular verb. Now what else is singular? Collective nouns which refer to a group of people, they are only singular unit. Like group, though it has many members, but we say group 1 or group 2. So it is considered one. Team, committee, class, family. So they are always considered as single unit, though they have many members inside them, but still they are always singular and will take the singular verb. Now what is always plural? Nouns, following nouns like scissors, tweezers, trousers, pants, shears. All these are made up of parts. Two parts they are made up of. We always say pair of scissors, pair of trousers, pair of pants. We never say a scissor. We say scissors. So they are always plural. Though they are one, but still they are made up of two parts. Now here or there. What do we say? What do we take? Now in sentences used starting with the word there, the subject usually follows the following verb. Like there are many questions. So here we will see the subject. If subject is plural, the verb will also become plural. It may start from there, it may start from here. Now next, see, there is a question. Now here a question is singular. Okay, the subject is singular. Therefore the verb is also singular. So you just have to check where the subject lies in the entire sentence. It doesn't mean that a subject is in the end, so you will see the beginning part. You have to see the subject and then only agree with the verb. And the same rule is true for here also. Here are your keys. Keys is a subject and keys are plural, therefore are is used. Okay, so here and there they follows the same rule. Whether here or there, you just have to check what the subject is. If it is plural, take the plural one. If it is singular, take the singular one. Next you see here is your key. So key is singular, therefore the verb is also singular. So kindly go through this video very nicely and then kindly solve the corresponding worksheet that I am sharing in the group.